Good morning, guys. Yesterday or 2 days ago, I decided to share an experience I had when I was 8 years old. About a storm I had gone through, kind of helped me realize, with a younger experience, that there is something greater out there, that there is a God or a bigger thing out there. Now, I know it wasn't a serious situation. Now, to me, at a young age, it was. Now, I've also had other eye-opening experiences. Now, also, a lot of people don't know, is I am now over 10 years clean. I had a heroin addiction. I had a addiction to opioids. And it was an intravenous addiction, which means I shot up. And I went through a roller coaster of hell to get out of that. I spent time in prison. I even overdosed a couple times. And the one experience I had that really is an eye-opener for me is I was at my dad's house and I was dope sick and waiting for the dope man to come, and I decided to drink, and I normally don't drink even when I didn't have my fix, and I decided to drink that day. I was socializing, and since I didn't have my fix, I drank, and I drank more than I should have. And then the dope man showed up and he told me to be careful because it was a primo batch or whatever. And I shrugged it off, whatnot, and I went to the bathroom to do the deed. Not even 10 minutes later, my girlfriend at the time is screaming, crying, running out to get help. I'm on the ground, purple, not breathing. And, yeah. They ended up getting my dad's roommate to come in. Now, those of you who don't know, my dad himself was a bad alcoholic, and I was taking care of him at the time. I was trying to get him clean. He was hearing impaired. He was born deaf, and so he couldn't hear the screams at first. And the roommate did. And the roommate actually had experience with addiction himself, and he came in and immediately started giving me CPR. After about 20 minutes of CPR, they decided to call 911. Now, through all of this, I don't know what's going on. I don't remember any of this. I was out. I'm gone. There was only a couple pictures that I was able to see, and I was purple and white. And the only thing I can remember in that entire situation is when the ambulance, after they showed up and worked on me for a little bit, they actually decided to call it. They put me up in a body bag. They didn't zip me all the way up. They zipped me up to my chest because they were still, I think, going to work on me a little bit. But they told my girlfriend and the roommates and my dad that they didn't think I was going to make it. And as they were hauling me out of the house, all I remember is I remember a flash of light, and it felt like a hand just came down and smacked me right in the face. And I woke up. And I sat up while being carried in a bag. And I'm not going to lie to you, I freaked out. I started thrashing a little bit until they got me calm and in the ambulance. And everybody was just standing there in shock and awe once they got me calm and in the ambulance because nobody expected me to wake up. I had been unconscious for over a half hour. I don't know how much of that was without air or whatever, but I was unconscious for a long time, and I was purple, and I was white, and for a good chunk of that, I was not breathing. And I had a little bit of a rough go with my addiction after that moment, but that was the worst moment, I think, of my overdose experiences. I ended up in the hospital, and I even got a possession charge out of that. That was the start of my life turning around, although I had some slip-ups during that time. And I can proudly say that I haven't touched a damn drug, a needle, anything in a decade plus. Now, I wanted to share that story with you because the story that I had shared with you about when I was 8 years old wasn't taken seriously. Now, I've had many experiences that have opened my eyes and showed me that there's something greater out there. I don't know exactly what it is, and it ain't really meant to be a religious video. It's more of like there is something greater out there. I choose to call it God, and I don't know exactly, exactly how I feel about the whole thing. I just ask for guidance. Now, there's somebody on here that decided to call one of my videos about my story silly and that I was in denial. And I'm sorry that you felt that way. And they also brought up the fact that I had no views in my video. And yet they put that within hours of me posting it, and I have less than 50 subscribers. So, to the trolls online who tell me that I'm wasting my time, you're the one wasting your time. You're the one going online and trying to make people feel bad for trying to uplift others, for trying to share their experiences that are positive, and yet you still have to find a negative in it. Okay? Start finding the positives in life. Whether you agree with something or not, there's always a positive to be had. I don't even like going to church, but you know what? Every time I did go, there was something positive I could pull out of it. I don't like going to work every day, but when I go, I usually pull something positive out of it every day. Okay? You don't need to make a negative out of everything, especially when it's something that's meant to be a positive. Think about that. Maybe you should change your life and have more of a positive outlook, and then your natural thoughts will change. I love you guys, and have a wonderful day.